Hello everybody, how is it going? Welcome to another episode of Amps of the Axe of X3. I am Lucas. I am going to be your host. Today we are going to be checking out the 50 watt Marshall Plexis. We have 7 of them to check out. And guys, if you first time here or if you've been here before, make sure you are subscribed. I do giveaways. I go over Axe Effect stuff. I do gear reviews, all kind of cool stuff. Don't want you to miss any of that. All right, we have a lot to cover, so let's jump right in. So for these Plexis, they have a couple of different setups that we're going to be checking out, a couple of different things, and I'll explain it. Let me minimize this right here so you can kind of see. I know I'm kind of blocking some of the information here, but this is coming from the AxeFX wiki. It's wiki.fractalaudio.com if you want to check that out. We have a lot of different specifications for these Plexis. The first one we're going to be checking out is the 6CA7, and that is the power amps. That is a power amp tubes. I don't know the exact year in that because it's not exactly listed in the wiki. No idea what year it is, but we have a couple of different years of Plexis in here. All right, so let's jump right in. I'm using a Tom Anderson Cobra. I have HC1 on the neck, HC3 in the originals, or Tom Anderson pickup. I find this Plexi is kind of the hotter ones of the Plexi. It has a little bit more gain. The clarity on it is actually really good. Rolling right along since we have so many to check out. By the way, before I forget, I'm using ML Mega Greens 57C. This is a Mesa oversized 412 cab with some of the best Celestian greenbacks ever made. IR-wise, find you a good IR that does well with low gain, with clean lower gain type stuff. This is fantastic with it. I don't know if greenbacks were specifically used with Plexis. I know Celestians were in those Marshall cabs back in the day. I'm not 1000% sure what speakers were used in what time period. I'm not even going to try and quote that. I am by no means a Plexi expert. Just wanted to put that out there. I'm just trying to get them to sound good on my system. So please don't get mad at me if I miss stuff or don't do things that are commonly done. So this one is a 72 with the 6550 power tubes, and it is jumped. And what that means by jumped is on Plexis they have like 4 inputs. There's like a normal and a treble, and if you jump the normal and the treble together, kind of like diagonally like that, this is the sound you get, and that's what it means by jumped. This one sounds really good. It's very creamy sounding in the mids. For most of these, I'm just going to scoop a little bit of mids out of it. That's it, because Plexis have so much mids in them. Marshalls in general have so much mids in them. This one sounds great. They all sound great. Really, just find the one that you vibe with the best, and that kind of gets along with your guitar. Next one up, this is a 1972 Plexi with EL84s in the power tubes, and this is plugged in to the treble channel. This one sounds great too. A little bit different mid structure than the other ones we checked out. Now this one is also 1972. It also has EL34s, but it's plugged into the treble channel. And something that's a little different about this one is the second triode stage has a 0.68 UF cathode bypass capacitor, which was added in the early 70s to give it a slightly brighter tone, because Plexis can kind of be dark depending on how they're set up, what cab you're running through them, and what input you use. So let's see what this brighter Plexi sounds like. Once again, this one's brighter. It is brighter than the last one, since you have that bright input, and it itself is a little bit brighter. As you can see, I don't really have it cranked up input wise. Moving on to our fifth one. This is also 72. This is also EL34, and this one is jumped too. Let's move down here because we're gonna be in a new section because we ran out of ant blocks, and this is what this one sounds like. This one's very creamy. Lots of stuff going on in the mids there. Moving on to number 6. This one is a 72 EL34, but it is using the normal input as opposed to using the treble input, or it's not jumped either. I'm going to show you what it sounds like with and without the drive, and I need to go back and check some other stuff out. Actually, let's back up. So on this jumped one right here, if you engage the filter block, if it's in the wiki, if you engage your filter block, 800 hertz, 707Q, 12 gain, this gives you the like Rockman Boston type. So you got a lot more creamy mids going on, and let's throw a drive in there. Just a little bit different flavor there. Kind of wanted to cover that since it's in the wiki. Sorry I forgot that the first time around. So this is pretty much the same thing, but we're going to be using a normal input. Every time I switch pickups, I'm just going to my middle position because that's where it sounds best with these Plexis. We get just a little bit lower output, and this is with a drive. So as you can see on the normal input, it's a lot lower output. I find this Plexi would do better for like absolutely low gain type of stuff, but it's, I mean, like low gain, like almost no gain, and it's really bassy too. But we have it in the XFX. Now the final one we are going to be looking at here is the 81 JMP 2204, but it has a master volume, which not a lot of Plexis have master volumes. I wanted to kind of show you one other thing. You see how we have two right here, the treble drive and a normal drive? You get that when you jump it, which is cool. But see, this one has a master volume in it. You just have a master volume, which so you have the master volume right here. I just left that at 5. I didn't touch it. You do have the input drive. Left that right at 4. I'm going to show you what it sounds like with and without a drive. Literally all of my input EQs are like that. Sorry I didn't show it to you for a lot of them. Output, excuse me. They're all like that. And I dialed everything from authentic. Let's see what this sounds like. I like this one a lot. It's very, I don't say modern sounding, but I think it sounds cool. Guys, that is it. This is the second time I had to shoot this video. The first time my voice kept looping because I had loop engaged in my DAW, but we made it through, and I shortened it by 10 minutes. My first video was 20. This one is 10. Ran through it real quick. Guys, thought this video was cool. Leave me a like. I would greatly appreciate it. Guys, leave your Plexi tips and tricks in the comments down below. I try not to disrespect these amps. I know a lot of people are very protective of these amps because they love them a lot. They're great amps. They're responsible for a lot of good tones and records and so much stuff all throughout guitar history. Guys, thank you so much for sticking around and watching this video. The next one we're going to do, I'm going to cover the 100 watts. These are all the 50 since we had so many. I didn't want to cover both in one video. The next one, it's the 100 watt Plexis. That is what we're going to cover on the next episode of Amp Stacks Fest. So you guys, thank you so much for sticking around, checking out this video. I really do appreciate it, guys. I will catch you in the next one. Peace.